Hi everyone, Velvet here, and in this one, OP thinks their child is too stupid to go to college. Let's get to it. Our first story comes from Technician Fearless 56. Am I the beehole for ending a family naming tradition by not giving my son my late nephew's name as his middle name even though my sister said she wants me to? My family have always had this tradition where the first child born after the loss of someone in the family gets the late family member's name as their middle name. My sister and I both have those middle names. Her name is Patricia, after a cousin of our mom, and mine is Denise, after my dad's aunt. Almost a year ago, my sister lost her 2-day-old son, Philip. He was the last family member we lost, and it was a huge, earth-shattering blow for our family. I found out I was pregnant a few months ago. I waited a while to tell anyone, and my sister was the first person we told, privately. When I told her, she said it would be nice to have some positive news to focus on, and she wanted me to continue the tradition our family keeps and give my baby, if a boy, the middle name of Philip. She was so happy about the idea, it surprised me a lot. I would have figured she would not be okay with it, but she wanted it. The problem is, my husband and I do not want to continue with the naming tradition. We do not want to give our son the middle name Philip. The name isn't one either of us likes or would ever pick ourselves. We have not announced the sex of our baby yet, but my husband and I know we're expecting a boy. My family were saying how amazing it will be if my baby is a boy and Philip's name can be carried on. I suggested they wait until we announce the sex and name before jumping to conclusions. They asked why, and I said we were thinking of not continuing with the tradition. My family, and by that I mean parents mostly, were really upset. My sister was the worst though. She asked why I wouldn't want to honor Philip and why it was him the tradition was getting broken on. She asked if I saw him as meaning so little, and I said no, of course not. Then she asked if it was his name, and we didn't like it. She said she really hoped that wasn't it. I said we just didn't feel like the tradition was something we wanted to continue. The decision has brought up a lot of bad feelings, and my sister is especially angry and thinks I'm being insensitive and showing how little I care for my nephew. I feel terrible. She's so angry at me, and my parents aren't happy as well. My husband hates them for putting this pressure on us. He said we should be allowed to name our son what we want, and we should not be obliged to use a certain name. I never wanted to be the beehole, but my family believes I am. Am I the beehole? No, I don't believe you're the beehole on this one. Like your husband says, that's your child, and you should be able to name them whatever you'd like. I do feel sad for your sister losing a child that young, but that's not her place to name your kid. Now, if you wanted to honor your child that way, that's fine. My mom didn't want to name me after my father's name. I would have been the third of my father's name. But she did honor him by adding his name as my middle name, like they want to do with your child. And I'm fine with that. But like I said, that is your child. Name your child the way you want. They shouldn't be able to pressure you like that into changing your child's name. Our next story is from Throw Ann. Am I the beehole for refusing to give half the money I will give my parents to my in-laws? 2 years ago, I suffered an accident at work and recently reached an agreement with the company. It was a huge amount. For example purposes, to make it clear, these are not real values. I received 100K. I decided to divide it as follows: 30K for me, 30K for my wife, 25K for emergencies, and 15K for my parents. I'm the main breadwinner at home, and my wife and I split the bills 25-75. I don't know if that's important. Well, my wife wants me to divide the money I'm going to give to my parents in half and share it with my in-laws, because it's money that would help them too. I refused, saying that this is my money and that it's up to me to decide how to use it, and that if she wants to help her parents, she's free to use hers as she wants. To be clear, her parents are financially stable and my parents have absurd expenses because my father has several health problems and basically this money would cover a year or two of his medicines. They are struggling financially even with my help monthly. She said that this money should be a joint discussion and that I was being selfish in deciding its destination without listening to her. Reddit. Am I the beehole? No, you are not the beehole. That is your money you got from the settlement, and it sounds like your parents really need it, and her parents are fine. I don't know why she's doing this to you, but stick to your guns and help your parents because they sound like they need it more than her or her parents. Our third and final story comes from subject ad 69999. Am I the beehole for telling my son I'm not paying for college and I don't believe he's smart enough for it anymore? On phone, he's using the school as a party place, doesn't go to class or turn things in. It's stupidity. I'm so frustrated. My son is 18 and went to college last year. He joined the spring semester. A chance to spread his wings and move on with his life. The issue is that he failed every single class but one. He went on probation with the school and told me that he lost. I told him he needs to get off probation and get at least C's this semester, and no issues or I won't pay anymore. I got a call to come pick him up from the station last night, busted for a party. I had him pull up his grades and he's failing everything again. I told him, I'm done. I'll pay to finish the semester, but I won't pay for college anymore. This resulted in an argument where I told him I didn't think he was smart enough for college because he can't learn from his mistakes. He called me a b-hole, and now my ex is on me. I told him he can pay for it if he cares so much. Am I the a-hole? No, you are not the b-hole. It sounds like he's wasting his time, your time, and your money. Save your money, and you know what would be a great way to bring his grades up? Have him figure it out. Have him pay for college. And I've seen people in the comments saying that you're the a-hole for telling him he's not smart enough for college. I disagree with the comments on that because he needs something like that. He needs a wake-up call. He needs something to shake him to his core to make him finally get in gear and get it done. Alright everyone, and that's another video done. Could you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe to the video? It'll really help me out. Velvet out.